All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Chakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. And as always, peace and salutations to the elect. This is the brother Benaiah from the Great Millstone Dallas branch. This is going to be another video. As you can see, I have an article from the conversation.com. And it reads, eggs from man and sperm from women. How stem cell science may change how we reproduce. All right, and this article was dated for December 14, 2023. But ultimately it shows, all right, who the wicked is, man. You see, and how the wicked will be trying to alter life as we know it. You see, as the scripture says in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, all right, whose coming is after the workings of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. All right. He opposed and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High. All right, and what is to be worshipped, roughly paraphrasing. And it's clear to see that this is exactly what they're trying to do. You see, Revelations chapter 11, all right, verse 8, about our dead bodies shall lie in that great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. Now, we know that Yahushua wasn't crucified in America. All right, but the way of Yahweh Shai is being X'd out. Okay, and it's from that wine of Babylon that is being done. You see, because here it is. This man is ultimately trying to change. All right, the way that that we exist, and that you and how you interact with the earth. All right, and even how you come about and come onto the earth, man. You see, which we know that the Lord never intended it to be, all right, like we're seeing right now. And that's why Yahushua said what he said real quick. Let's go to it. Now I'm gonna grab a couple of scriptures. You know, this is gonna be off the dome. But this is Matthew chapter 24. All right. In verse 37 it says, but as in the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Right. You see, so as in the days of Noah, so shall it be when Yahushua is to make his second return on the planet Earth, man. You see, and we know what was taking place during the time of Noah real quick. And while all that wickedness was going on, you know, like it says, you can continue reading, it says they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving into marriage. You see, so in a sense, it was a form of not to the intent that we see it now, you know, because we know in these times technology has been far advanced, you know what I'm saying, than it was back then. Now Esau, all right, is in the fullness of his blessing, all right, and he's able to really tap into the left-hand side, man, all right, via that sword. He's able to dig in that bag that he had and ultimately go inside and create particular things to actually alter and change people's DNAs. All right, so let's get this in Genesis chapter 6 real quick. I'm going to start at 5 and then I'm going to jump down. This is Genesis chapter 6 and verse 5. It says, and Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thought of his heart was only evil continually. Yeah, you see, and this is exactly what we're seeing right here, just from the title of this article, man. Eggs from men and sperm from women. That's totally backwards, man. You see, the man is the one that carries the sperm, and the woman is the one that has the egg. You see. But here it is. The scriptures say that Esau would change things. You see, he would try to flip it. All right. Salakia. Let's go back to that Genesis, man. Genesis 6 and 5, it says, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai saw that wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thought of his heart was only evil continually. Now I'm gonna jump down, all right, to verse 11. It says, the earth also was corrupt before Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and the earth was filled with violence. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. You see, so you can imagine, all right, and it says verse 12, and God and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. You see, so to an extent, life was altered back then, but now, all right, to the point to where it changed up. Because when you read this, all right, account, this is going into the sons of God, all right, and also the lineage of Cain, and how when you research it, when you do your research, it shows you how Cain's lineage was basically influencing the people back then. You know what I'm saying? To the point to where, the sons of God end up mingling with Cain's lineage, and you know what I'm saying, marrying of his lineage, and and the woman was able to influence the man into worshiping particular idols. You know what I'm saying? Just like we see today, which is always just like we see a repeated thing with Israel, man. When it comes to these, letting women have influence, man. Just like now in these times, women are the main ones that entice men to go to church. All right, because men truly don't want to go to church. A man would rather stay home on Sunday and watch football and sit in a lazy chair, man. You see, but women are the ones that do that. Women's the one that push man to go to church. Women's are the one that push man into setting up Christmas trees and putting lights on the goddamn house. All right, in December, man. A man is not worried about that stuff, man. Okay, so just going back to this point, when you look it up for yourself, it goes into how Cain introduced a new way unto the people. All right, which is a way of killing, a robbery, of just fulfilling the lust of your flesh. So he altered, all right, the way that the Lord intended man to live on the earth. Okay, how much more in these times when technology is even more advanced, to where now this devil he can actually go and do with his lab coat, and a fucking petri dish and you know what I'm saying, and research and actually go into and see strands of DNA and go and put particular things in there to alter it or create something that affects it. You know what I'm saying? And we see it right now too. That's how Esau is able to target our people with particular foods. All right, with particular injabinations. You know what I'm saying? All these things, man. You see, because he's able to tap into that. He's able to go further than they were able to back then, man. You see? But like I said, all flesh had corrupted itself, man. And we're seeing the same thing take place right now. And all these heathens are confederate one with each other, man. You see? Let's go to real quick, man. Let's go to where is it at, man? I think it's chapter 2, Psalms 2. Let me see. I mean, okay, Psalms 2 is a good one too, but I'm gonna read Psalms 2 and then I'm gonna jump to Psalms, I think it's 83. But it says, and this is an NLT, why are the nations so angry? Why do they waste their time with futile plans? The kings of the earth prepare for battle. The rulers plot together against the Lord and against his anointed one. You see? So these other heathens that you read about in Psalms 82 that was confederate to try to cut Israel off. All right, all these other nations outside of the nation of Israel are enemies of the Lord, man. You see? And they spin. Who is the main enemy? Who is the one speaking up? Who is leading the charge of this confederacy of the heathen? Or is Esau Edom, man? You see, he's spearheading it. All right, thus saith the scriptures. It would all, Babylon would be that influence. Babylon would be the one. All right, and we know that Esau is ruling over Babylon according to the scriptures, man. All right, Psalms 137. Okay, links Esau to Babylon. All right, but going back. Let's read verse 3. It says, let us break their chains, they cry, and free ourselves from slavery to God. Right. You see, they're trying to change the way that they're trying to stop prophecy from taking place, man. And ultimately, through them trying to stop prophecy, they want to change and alter life and how you interact with the earth. All right. How you even come into the earth. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, going back, let's read a little bit of this article, man. It says it may soon be possible to coax human cells. So like in 1 second. It says it may soon be possible to coax human skin cells into becoming functional eggs and sperms using a technique known as in vitro. I think I'm saying it right. Gametogenesis. It says this involves the creation of genesis of eggs and sperm gametes outside the human body. All right, which is like it says in vitro. I think I'm saying that right, but let's get that word. I'm gonna let them say it.
In vitro.
Salakia. All right, so it says in vitro is, like it says, performed or taking place in a test tube, a culture disc, or somewhere outside of a living organism. Right. and the whole concept of being conceived, it doesn't supposed to take place outside of the living the living organism, man. All right, it doesn't supposed to take place outside of the woman's body. You see, the man is supposed to insert his rod into the woman and plant his seed, and that's what conception is supposed to take place. It says, in theory, a skin cell from a man could be turned into an egg, and a skin cell from a woman can become a sperm. You see how this nigga try to flip it. You see, because like I said, going back into the function of a man and a woman getting together, that's how we come into the earth, man. That's the order that you read about. All right, in the book of Genesis, man. All right, when a man and woman come together, Genesis 2, how it said that Adam and Eve, they became one flesh. All right, and then when they became one flesh, what happened? They had children. You see, that's the order that the Lord set it up. But going back to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, this nigga opposed it, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, in the way that in the order that the Lord set up, man. 2 Thessalonians 2, all right, in verse 4, it says, who oppose it? I'm gonna start up one. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. All right, and we know that the falling away had started in 70 AD. Okay, it says that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, or the son of destruction. And it's clear to see that this man of sin, all right, who he is no other than the self-proclaimed so-called white man. All right, it says, verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped. You see, so he opposeth, all right, he's against, all right, the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua in the order that the Lord set up, man. Let's get this word oppose it. It says to be set over against, to be opposite to. You see, to be opposite to, and this is opposite. Ain't no fucking way. The Lord, man, come on, bro. It said, in theory, a skin cell from a man could be turned into an egg, and a skin cell from a woman could become a sperm. Why the fuck would you do that? A man just let a woman have an egg like she's supposed to, and a man have the sperm. Why you got to do all that extra shit, man? All right, and flip shit upside down. Because this nigga is the devil. He's the man of sin. You see? It says some scientists believe human applications of whatever you said. Let me see. Let me go back to that, man.
In vitro,
Salakia. You know what I'm saying? In vitro gametogenesis are a long way off. It says, however, scientists who work on human stem cells are actively working on overcoming the barriers. You see what they're trying to do? You see? They're trying to tap into, and they're trying to alter and go into the way, all right, and alter creation as we know it, man. You see? He wants to literally go and alter creation as we know it, man. And this is nothing more than, all right, that Tower of Babel, man. Let's go back. The same thing, just as the Lord said, he has history repeats itself over and over and over, man. All right, this is Genesis chapter 11, and I'm gonna just get straight to the point, man. All right, I'm gonna start at verse 4. It says, and then they said, go, just like it says it, and they said, go, let us build us a city in a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name. It says, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the earth. This is the heathens, man. You see? During that time, with Nimrod being the ringleader, man, him being the leader of the whole thing. All right, it says, and the Lord came down, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua came down to see the city and the tower which the children of man builded. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua said, behold, the people is one, and they all have one language. You see? It says, and this they began to do. It says, and now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. And we're seeing the same thing happen right now, bro. This nigga is trying to create, he's trying to give woman the seed and the man the egg, and you know what I'm saying? And now women don't have to jeopardize. It's a process now that women don't have to jeopardize their body anymore. Now they can grow a baby inside a goddamn artificial womb outside the body. How just like it said that in vitro, you know what I'm saying, outside a whole baby, you can just go to a goddamn building and walk in there and see your baby floating in a goddamn a fucking egg or something, man. A fucking egg or something. That's crazy. You know, but this is the plan that this man have, and like Yahweh Shema Shah said, man. Now nothing will be restrained, and they're trying to go into every goddamn thing, man. You see, but like it says, behold, the people is one, and they all have one language, right? And they have a saying, hey, when now you talking my language, man. I mean, and now we know that in these times, all nations they literally don't have one language. But like I said, that saying when you know what I'm saying, when you talking to somebody and they're saying something that you agree on, now you talking my language. I agree with that. Okay, I'm in with it. I'm confederate with it. So they're on the same. They got the same thing, man. They're on the same. They got the same mindset, man. So literally, I mean, in a sense, they are speaking one language, man. And that language is speaking against Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. You see, it's talking shit against the Lord and saying that the Lord doesn't know what He's doing. All right. We can alter life. We can do this. We can make it better. All right. When you can't, just look at the state of the planet Earth under your rulership. Everything is dying. Sickness is at an all-time high. Niggas is 600, 700,000 pounds. Ain't no goddamn way a person should be no fucking 600 pounds, man. 700,000 pounds. A whole goddamn show. My 600-pound life. Ain't no fucking way you gonna have that in the kingdom of heaven, man. A 600-pound nigga, man. Niggas all on the internet drinking down in fucking 2 liters. This is crazy, bro. But this is what you have when the devil is in rulership, man. Folly is set in great dignity, man. Niggas walking around thinking they dogs, literally, bro. It's called trans dogs, man. A nigga at your job, your boss at your job, through Monday through Friday, telling your ass, you better be here on time, and I need those reports. I need those reports by this date on the deadline. But when the weekend hit, this nigga goes to a show, dresses up like a fucking dog and roll on the ground, and people judge it like he's actually a fucking animal, man. This shit is really going on. I have video. I wish I could play the video of that shit, but I found the video of that shit, man. And it's a whole people judging like they actually judging at an animal show, man. Whole motherfucking bitch, a fucking acting like she a horse, man. Bitch running and prancing around the goddamn fucking horse. Bro, this is what you have, man, when the wicked is in rulership, bro. And this is why we need Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to come back. This article is why we need Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to come back, bro. This thing is trying to fuck up everything, man. But yeah, man, I don't want to make it too long. I know it's a little bit more on the article, but you get it, you know, what I'm trying to, the message that I'm portraying, man. This nigga has to go. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to change the way, all right, that we come. He's trying to alter life as we know it, how you interact with the earth, and even how you come onto the earth, man. You see, which the Lord set it up. He set it up in his way. All right, and everything has a purpose in the order of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, from the child being born inside the mother's body to have the connection with the mother, from being birthed through the birth canal to getting all the particular bacteria in his eyes and in his nose and his mouth and his ears, all right, to help the baby grow. You know what I'm saying? All that, man. You see? But this nigga is altering and destroying everything, man. That's why, matter of fact, I'm gonna end it off on this. That's right, man. Let's end it off on this. Bow flesh, lock it, man. That's it. I meant no flesh. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 22. It says, and except those days should be shortened, there should be no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. That's right, man. If Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai didn't speed up the time like we seeing taking place right now, then it wouldn't be nothing left, man. You see, everything will be altered. And when you go into this word flesh, I want to read this real quick and I'm going to end it off. All right. When you go into this word flesh, I'm going to let him say it.
Strong's G 4561. Sarx.
Right, sarx. All right. And it says flesh, the soft substance of a living body, which is covered by bones. But it says the body of man. But as you go down to B, as you can see for yourself, it says used of natural or physical origins, generations or relationship, born of natural generation. You see? So there you have it, man. It says the physical nature of man suffering. Okay, that was the point, man. You see? So it's used that flesh that Yahweh was talking about is talking about men. Man is flesh. Man is something. Man is what the Lord made. You see, flesh is what the Lord made, and Esau wants to change that. You see, if Yahweh didn't shorten the days, it would be no flesh. It would be nothing natural. You see, this nigga is changing the way that food grows, GMOs, 3D printed meats. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, look, hey, brothers and sisters, look up lab grown fruit. You see? This nigga has some little shit that look like boogers on a petri dish, and he can grow fruit from it, man. And you will hear those scientists say that we have a new way instead of the natural way of growing things. What's the natural way of growing fruit? Well, having the seed, spreading the seed into the ground, the seed sprouting and bringing forth the tree, all right, and then the tree producing the fruit. That's the natural way. You see, but now Esau saying we don't need a tree to produce fruit anymore. We don't need this soil. We don't need that anymore. Now we can produce it in the lab. You see? So he's changing the way, man. I'm going to read that again. Used of natural or physical origins. You see? Physical or going into the woman, the man, the connection with a man and a woman having sex, how the Lord set it up and procreating, man. Born of natural generations. And it's exactly, all right, what this nigga is trying to alter. He's trying to alter it. All right. He's trying to change it. He therefore corrupting the creation. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that teach and well. And as always, peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.